we're pretending we are living normal lives. What was it? Do you understand?
This station is Treachery.
Обережно, двері зачиняються.
The doors are closing.
Наступна станція Олімпійська.
Hello everyone, greetings from the capital of freedom. In this video I will show you how we, ordinary residents of Kiev, live in our city during the war. So what's the news in Kiev? What's the news in the capital of freedom? And I'm not going to fight with Trump supporters, and I'm not going to respond to insulting comments like, I've sent you $500 billion. How dare you talk badly about our president? You've sent me nothing, and I'm living in a free country. Still in a free country.
And I'm going to try and get all that death ended. So we're asking for rare earth and oil, anything we can get. But we feel so stupid. Here's Europe. And you know, it affects Europe. It doesn't really affect us, except we don't like to see two things. Number one, how Biden got us into this thing in the first place. Terrible. But why is it that he didn't ask for equalization? Europe should put up...
Trump wants money from Ukrainians, but we Ukrainians are poor. He wants $500 billion. I have no money. I may send him all my dresses, all my widow's dresses. Вам допомогти? Вам погано? My dear friends, I didn't shoot that old lady, but I have been talking to her for more than, I don't know, 20 minutes. And she was crying. She was crying because she went to the pharmacy and she couldn't afford buying medicine. Medicine for 256 hryvnias. She doesn't have money. And Trump wants money from Ukrainians. Look at these people. They will send $500 billion tomorrow. Just tomorrow. You know, we got used to Russian missiles, to Russian drones, but we still can't get used to new prices. The prices for some products doubled, even quadrupled. And you know, our salaries and our pensions remain the same. By the way, all shops are working during an air raid. Prices are increasing every day. It's absolutely crazy. but our salaries remain the same, and it is more and more difficult to survive. When the full-scale war began, a bottle of milk cost 30 hryvnias. Okay, now the price is 128. Who is good at math? The prices are increasing absolutely every day. I'm shocked. You know, my dear friends, I feel like, do you remember that episode, Mr. Bean Goes Shopping? I have the same face. So, what's the news in Kiev? What's the news in the capital of freedom? Even an ordinary Ukrainian cat can't understand why the American president calls Russian terrorists good people. Tosik. The 22nd of February 2025. Nothing has changed in Kiev. Can you hear this shahed? Russians sending us more and more gifts. This is peace deal. My dear friends, this is Russians who love peace. Look at our cars after Russian drone attack. So, how to survive? You remember, kids, pets, and angry birds. Only our members from Never Give Up community will understand me. Angry birds. Once I told you that Ukrainians are gullible and very naive. Okay, I was talking only about myself. And today I will tell you one more story. So, the story is the following. Once upon a time, I had a friend, and my best friend. And when we graduated from the university, she married a military man and they went to Crimea. Because he was a military officer. They went to Ukrainian Crimea. When Russians invaded Crimea, I expected my friend to come back to Ukraine because in some aspects we are very similar, and even our friends at the university made jokes of us like, what is your argument? Argument? This is just unfair. So I was sure that my friend would come back to Ukraine. No, she preferred to stay in Crimea and she took the Russian passport. That was the end of our friendship and the end of our communication. The first time she wrote to me was, I think, when she got to know that Russians had killed my husband, because that was a rather notorious story. My husband was a high-profile pilot, and when his plane was shot down by Russians. All media wrote about this. So she wrote to me, I'm so sorry, stay strong. I asked her how she was doing, and she wrote that she was doing great. Again, the end of our communication. The next time when she wrote to me was on the very day of the very first day of the full-scale invasion. I do remember that terrible day, long lines to ATMs, shops out of food, petrol stations out of petrol. All people were in panic. And you know, the most terrible thing was that sound of planes in the skies of your city, because we couldn't understand whether those planes were Russian or Ukrainian. So she wrote to me, "Oh, I'm crying all day long. This is terrible. I can't believe in it." And now, my dear friends, can you imagine how naive I was, or I am? I wrote to her, please tell everyone, tell all Russians, Putin is deceiving you, he is lying to you. This is not a special military operation, this is a real war. They are killing us, they are killing civilians. Several hours ago, the Russian missile was launched at my son's school. Please tell everyone. She disappeared, and in a few days she wrote to me, it's better for you to leave Kiev, and actually it's better for you to leave Ukraine. And then she just deleted her Facebook account. The end of the story. No, not the end of the story. Today, my dear friends, you will get to know what a terrible person I am. So a few weeks ago, I read in the news that Atacams, yes, thank you for Atacams. Atacams, launched by the Ukrainian side, hit a target in a small town in Crimea. A well-known town for me. The town where that military unit, where my ex-friend and her husband were working, yeah, in inverted commas. I had a very... I had mixed feelings. She's a traitor, she betrayed her country, her countrymen. Okay, I'm a terrible person. The end of the story. So, that's how I lost my friend. Actually, I lost many friends, but they were killed by Russians. But this one, my best friend, I lost her because of, so to say, because of ideological beliefs, and this was the most painful loss for me. By the way, there is one more traitor. You will be surprised. Mikhail Bulgakov. Yes, although Mikhail Bulgakov was born, lived in Kiev, and actually he graduated the university where I'm working, but he depicted Ukrainians in a very derogatory way in his brilliant works. He was Ukrainophobic. I think that's why Stalin loved him so much. And you know, he depicted Ukrainians as uneducated, stupid people. And on the other hand, he depicted Russians as highly intelligent, intellectual people. So I think it's the most refined and sophisticated form of propaganda. Mikhail. He will be Mikhail Bulgakov, yes. You know, even at that memorable plaque on the house where he lived, it is written Mikhail with Ukrainian letter E. Mikhail. A few days ago, we visited a veterinary hospital, and can you imagine, we met our friend. Do you remember that kinologist? Last year, Richie attended courses for dogs, and I wanted to say he passed his exams. Actually, he failed all his exams, but he got a diploma, and that kinologist recognized us immediately. I think it's impossible not to recognize Richie, because Richie was the best student ever. Do you remember that shame?
Номер один. Команда поруч. Меняйтесь местами. Вы заканчиваете тут, вы заканчиваете. Идем так, чтобы с вашей собаки. То два. То два идти. Да, все правильно. Что вы думаете, что я буду собак проверять, да? Можно. Ричи.
Лежати. Молодець. Стояти.
Молодець.
Стояти.
Отлично, бомба!
Стоять. Котик стоять.
Молодець. Стояти.
Давайте побыстрее.
Сидіти.
Посади его напротив, пусть посидит. А я не говорила.
Лежати.
Скажи.
Молодець. Молодець. Стояти. Лежати. Добре. Сидіти. Молодець.
Помогаем.
Лежати.
Ладно, можете вернуться. И сидим, смотрим вам в глаза. Возле ноги. Не так смотрим в глаза. То вам страшно, а не, а вы его обучаете того, что ему страшно.
Молодець. Молодець, Арчі.
Все сидим, смотрим. Сидим.
Он час біг.
Что? Что?
Молодець.
Что он так сам сел? Поближе. Поближе, возле него. Вот так. Все. Отлично, вообще шикарно. Следующая пара. Давайте. Альфа, не сидите, не делайте. Заставляем работать. Остальные собаки лежат. Молодцы. Лучше не бежать так с собакой. Молодцы. Виталик. У кого есть дичи? Ричи. Ричи. Где Ричи? Есть. Извините, но Полина так пишет, что я не умею так читать.
Это, наверное, наш Ричи.
А який? Чий?
Чей-то.
Ні, не наш.
Спасибо, уходим. Пожалуйста, ваш. Так. А сейчас приглашаем Еву. Арчи. Ева. Бери Арчика.
My dear friends, I've never asked you for anything. I even never asked you to subscribe to my channel, but please help Richie and Tosik. Please help my friends subscribe to their channel. Please.
You are not Russians.
це зробив? Тосик. This is a true military cat. These are our Ukrainian weapons. Річ. Thank you for watching. Pray for Ukraine and goodbye.
There can't be no light if darkness don't exist. He never left my side. He showed me the way. Out of all the storms raging at the sea, he gave me back my life. I owe him everything.